Okay. You know what, I always get like this because I'm imagining in my head what I'm gonna say, and then I turn the camera on and I'm like, this is so stupid. This is literally not a natural situation at all, and I'm still not used to this. And this is probably part of the reason why I'm putting it off for so long. But anyway, I'm in Italy right now. I'm doing my Erasmus exchange. I'm in Bologna, and I've been like, I did some vlogging during like traveling. I was in Paris, I was in Sarajevo, I was in Naples, but like it's really hard for me to like edit it because some of the material I have I can't use, and I'm like, you know, because of that I'm like, what's even the point? Am I gonna make a video and it's gonna be like 6 minutes? Is it even worth it? Which, like, if somebody asks me this, of course it is worth it, because like, you know, I'm gonna practice my editing skills, of course. And like, when you're trying to start something, you're always like looking for excuses not to do it. And yeah, and you just have to push through and like do it anyway, which is why we're having this conversation, even though I have like some material unedited and unposted. Anyway, I'm in Italy for over a month now, which like first 4 weeks I was homeless, which was really fun. One thing I didn't know is that it's really hard to find an apartment here, especially in the center, especially for short term. I'm here for 4 months. Basically, maybe, okay, like if I got an apartment from when I got here, which was middle of September, it would be 5 months, but like I didn't. So yeah, like I'm looking for an apartment for 4 months, and I'm Erasmus, and like, and also there's so many students here, not only Erasmus, but like students in general. Like this is obviously a very well established, let's say, university in Europe. So like there's many students and not so many apartments. And I really wanted something close to the center, just because like the longer you have to walk to get to anything, the less probable it is that you're gonna go to many events. So that's why I was like, I'm not going there to stay at home, I'm going there to go out and do things. So location was the most important part for me, basically. So I got here, obviously it's not like I got here and I didn't know where to go. I put an announcement on my Instagram, which my boyfriend shared, that I'm looking for accommodation basically in Bologna. And one of my boyfriend's followers were like, oh, my best friend is there as well, so maybe let's, you know, let them know that they can contact each other. So I'm like, let me write to this girl, and she's like, please come, and like you can stay at my place for the first few days or a week even. I ended up staying there for almost 2 weeks, I think, and I was, you know, looking for an apartment, and I found an apartment. I found a really good one in a good location, but like it was only available from 15th of October, so I still had some time to, like, I wasn't gonna live at this random girl's place for a month. Also, it was like a small room, and when I put the air mattress there, which she bought, thank God, because I didn't have one. So when I put the air mattress there was basically no space. You couldn't like get from one end of the room to another. So it wasn't like an ideal situation. So I really, you know, wanted to sort my situation out and like get out of there and whatever. So I was looking for something, you know, for 2 weeks. And basically I ended up staying in a hotel for these 2 weeks, which was really expensive and like definitely not perfect, but whatever. It was comfortable, obviously, but it wasn't like, you know, because there's such a big demand for accommodation in Bologna, especially like during this time when people are coming in looking for apartments, so like they need a place to stay temporarily. So even the hotels are like, it's hard to get a good one for a reasonable price. But like I decided to do it because the girl I was gonna live with in the apartment, she was like coming to Bologna, and like she had a hotel room anyway, So we decided to like change her reservation for a double room, and like we stayed together. So like it wasn't as expensive as it could have been, but like definitely not that I regret doing that, because like who knows what would happen if I didn't do that and where I would end up, whatever. Not ideal anyway. And then we moved into this apartment. And like, let's just say, okay, because the previous tenants like moved out on the same day we were moving in. So like, I understand it's hard to, you know, like make the apartment fresh and clean in like 7 hours or something. It was okay, but some things were not clean. And like they took care of it, and there's still some things missing, like curtains, but like we're fine now. We also went to IKEA and like and Primark and bought some basic stuff, which like also I'm not a fan of this kind of situation where I put my money into an apartment I'm only gonna live in for like 5 months or like 4 now. So, but anyway, it was worth it because like we feel at home now a little bit more than before that. So yeah, it wasn't easy, and like this is not like, you know, ideal, but I still like it. I think it's like the location it's actually the most important part for me, and the fact that even though we like share a room, it's a studio apartment, so like my bed's over here, her bed's there, like across the room. Yeah, I still think it was a good deal, and we definitely got lucky because we know people who pay even more than we do and live like outside of the city walls. If you look at a map of Bologna, you have these historic walls that are around the center. So we got really lucky that we're living inside the walls and like in a really close to everything area. What else? Oh, and also like the reason I'm even like able to sit here and talk to you is because my roommate flew to Poland like yesterday. So I'm alone here, which is actually leaves me no excuse not to record. I have some really cool classes, and for one of them we have to watch a bunch of Italian movies. So that's probably what I'm gonna do today. Also, I have to catch up on Italian because I'm taking an Italian class. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I really want to study a little. So I think that's it for now. I should really clean the kitchen and the bathroom. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do today. Or like maybe just start it. Because I'm alone here for a week and then my boyfriend's coming, so I have like, and there's no classes this week because there's some kind of Italian, I don't know. I think it's like they split the semester in half and like it's just a week off for everybody. So that's really nice, but I didn't plan to do anything with that time really. So I think we're just gonna do some vlogging, hopefully also some editing and studying. That's the plan. Also, I'm kind of running out of money, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, but it's fine. We're gonna cook at home. We're not gonna eat so much out. One thing I'm letting myself have outside of home is coffee, especially when I'm going to study or like be productive. Because like my accommodation situation, it's not like I can't focus with her being here, but like it's easier when you're out or when you're alone in the apartment. So, but also I have ADHD, so the fact that I'm living with a person like in the same room means that I can use body doubling, which works really well for me. It doesn't even have to be like us doing something together. Just the fact that there's somebody here makes me actually want to, well, not want, but like makes me do stuff, which is really weird because I've lived alone for a few years now in my apartment. So this is actually helping, which is surprising. But yeah, it's not that hard for me to, you know, go out and do something. Obviously, there's still things I'm struggling to do, like editing, like vlogging, and you know, this kind of stuff. But yeah, whatever. Okay, so I've cleaned the kitchen. It's 7 p.m. now, and I'm gonna make a spicy rigatoni, except I don't have vodka and I don't have rigatoni. So it's gonna be a spicy fusilli. And I thought I'm gonna show you. I bought some exciting ingredients, which is tomato paste, which in itself it's not that exciting, but in Poland we don't have this in the tube. Is that how you call it? I don't know. We only have like big glass jars of passata, or we have like smaller jars of pre-made like tomato sauce basically. But this only comes like maybe, okay, because this is a concentrate, I think. We have these in like smaller glass jars, but like it makes no sense because you need a little more than like this big jar. But if it's in a jar and you put it in the fridge, it goes bad really quickly, and with this it doesn't. So I don't understand the science behind that, and I don't have to. I still have a lot of things to do this week, and like cleaning the kitchen was one of them, so really happy that I managed to do that. Didn't clean it very well because I didn't have the proper tool. I'm gonna buy it next week, whatever. It's good for now. Yeah, so cook with me. That's a weird angle, but whatever. Hello everybody. So as you can see, it's the next day. I couldn't film any of my cooking. I couldn't even show you the pasta I made because okay, I'm out of memory on my card, so I couldn't record anything more than what you saw like 3 seconds ago. So that's why this is the next day. And the reason I didn't have any memory, and as you can tell, I have it now, is because I have to watch some movies for a cinema class here in Bologna. So, but I didn't have any pen drive or like space on my computer to download them. So I put them on the card that's in my vlogging camera. So I had to watch the biggest movie from the card to like delete it, and it was La Dolce Vita, which is like 3 hours long. I watched half of it yesterday and half of it today because I got bored yesterday. Not that the movie is boring, I mean it is, but like only the second half is boring, and I couldn't finish it yesterday. So here we are today. I have some things to do. One of them is to actually edit the vlogs from Paris mainly and Sarajevo, but like this is gonna be like more difficult for me. So like I think Paris first so that I can post it, like delete it, forget about it. So also there's not that much like material because I think I forgot about vlogging like halfway through the trip. So that's one thing to do this week. Another things I have to do include cleaning the bathroom, for which I have to go shopping because I don't have proper tools and products, which like I hate, by the way. Like there should be things provided to clean the bathroom, but like whatever. Anyway, so I have to go shopping for cleaning products and then clean the bathroom, maybe clean the rest of the apartment. The kitchen, I cleaned it yesterday, and then, as I said, edit the Paris vlog. I have to send some emails, which is the most daunting task of them all because I'm not sure what I should say in those emails. Like I have to do a bunch of like research and digging first. which I don't know how much time it will take, so that's why it's the most difficult for me. But maybe I'll do it today so that I can forget about it. Maybe that's what I should do. Yeah, it's probably what I should do. Okay, so I have these things, and then I have to read one of the books and watch some of the movies I have for my classes, for the exam. I'm gonna actually film myself doing those things just so that I can stay focused on them. Okay, so that's it for now. I have to do the emails now. Okay, I'll do them on camera, maybe. So that way it will go quicker and without distractions. Fingers crossed. I'm done. My camera didn't make it, but I did. So that's good, that's done. What else was on the list? Actually, the second hardest task for me is to actually edit. Oh no, I have to plug in the camera. No, don't die. Guess what? My camera fucking died again. So that's why you didn't see what I was doing the whole day. But I sent those emails I was supposed to send. So that's a win for today. But apart from that, I didn't do much, which is why it wasn't really worth showing. Although I did the same pasta as I did yesterday and still didn't film any of it. So, well, maybe one day, but this is not a cooking channel, so why do you care? Anyway, guys, I think I fucking figured out why... Wait, something's off about this colors. Wait. Okay, isn't that better? I think it is. Anyway, I think being an adult is about finding a breakfast you like and a breakfast that you don't mind preparing and don't mind eating most of the time. Because tell me why I'm here for a month and I'm in Italy, you know? The place where the most delicious food was invented, basically. Tell me why I'm craving a protein fucking shake. This is actually unbelievable. And it's only because it takes zero time to prepare. I've mastered the recipe. It's a recipe that has most of the things I need. Not in a day, but in a meal. Takes no time to prepare and no time to clean after. And this is unbelievable. I'm actually considering bringing, either buying a blender here, but it would be a shitty one, so I don't know if that's worth it, or bringing one from Warsaw. The hand blender. Do you call them a blender? I don't know. Anyway, that's where I'm at with the breakfast situation. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you have a breakfast that you've found not boring and sustainable, let's say, as a breakfast routine, basically, because it is a whole routine. I don't know, I just couldn't fucking do eggs every day. It's just not for me, the cleaning, it's too much. I'm not scrubbing a frying pan every day with a sponge, no. Anyway, apart from that, I'm gonna go meet my friend tomorrow and we're gonna do some editing. Also, I'm gonna go and buy the stuff that I need to clean the bathroom properly. The day after tomorrow, we're doing a small gathering here in my teeny tiny apartment. So it's gonna be 5 people, so it's fine. And then at the end of the week, my boyfriend comes. I don't think I'm gonna do much filming then. We'll see. Maybe you'll have some clips from when he's here. I think that's it for today. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys, I think tomorrow, yeah. Good evening, everybody. So my boyfriend's coming tomorrow, so this will probably be the end of this vlog, but there's one more thing I wanted to show you. It's a hobby I started doing like just when I got here, which is junk journaling. Let me show you what this is about. So junk journaling is like scrapbooking, but like using exclusively junk, like trash. And I'm not exclusively using trash because I bought some stickers too. But this is how the first page of my junk journal looks like. I also keep my notes here, and like, yeah, this is actually the only notebook I carry around with me, because that's the only way to like keep everything with me and keep track of everything. Junk journaling is also a way of keeping track of what's going on, and this is like, I made this when me with my current roommate, we were living in a hotel because the apartment we rented wasn't ready for us to move in, so we lived in a hotel for 2 weeks, and that's when I made the first page, and the second one I made when we moved in. And there's some things that symbolize something in a way, like back to city, meaning that we no longer live outside of the city walls. There's scraps from tea, which this is basically about, we didn't have a kettle or even like a mug in the hotel room. It wasn't very high-end hotel, so both of us really missed drinking tea, so we kind of celebrated our first cup of tea in this apartment. The euro signs symbolize how we have to spend a lot at the beginning of living here. There's also a Muji logo. There should be an IKEA logo. I didn't think about that. This is like something from a sugar package. Here we have like to do, meaning that before we could feel comfortable here, we had to, make this place our own, put our stuff here, and also clean a little so that we can live here comfortably, So that's what this is about. And I also like include scraps from crosswords that I have here, and I choose words that like feel fitting for the theme and like match the color theme. And yeah, here we have class, this says home, and this says disaster, because like when we first moved in here, it was kind of a disaster and there were some surprises. Let me just say that. I'm gonna do the next page now. I have some scraps. I have this receipt from this French fries place. I have a manual of a mocha pot because I bought a pink mocha, and it was like a roller coaster because it wasn't that easy, but I'm not gonna get into details here. Also, I have these, and these are just like miniature version of, euros, obviously, but they're along with these. People, like, when they celebrate their graduation, they basically celebrate with this kind of stuff, and it's like on the street everywhere, so I just picked it up. Here's a tag from a blanket my roommate got. Here's a tag from a whisk that I got because I was really craving, well, pancakes, but I guess you'd say crepes more, because I'm not talking about, the American pancakes. And I have also the stickers I got, which are like some basic boring stuff, like these. These are, I don't really like this thing because this is more like organization kind of stickers, you know. You can write something here. I guess I could do that, but like not the vibe I'm going for. Anyway, and here we have Halloween themed stickers because it's Halloween like this week. Actually, it's literally tomorrow. So I'm gonna get to it and then show you guys the result. Okay, so here's the result. This is what it looks like. Actually, I forgot about these two. I found them when I already had like most of my page filled, and also this one, actually too. But they don't fit the color theme, so it's not a problem anyway. This is like Halloween themed also, although I still have like a lot of these, so they're gonna come in handy next time. So we're having like this pastel kind of vibe. And also, I forgot to tell you that you can like, this is from a, I don't know how you call these, but like from the thing that you put your beer on in the bar. So you can actually wet the thing, like pour water over it, and then the like front paper just peels away very easily when you wet it, and then let it dry and you have these amazing images. Usually they have like pretty nice designs, as you can see here, and also this actually thing in the middle is from like from the same kind of thing. What do you call them? I have no idea. So yeah, I would recommend this hobby to anyone to any perfectionist, I would say, because it like lets you, like you can make it perfect, but like you have to force yourself not to make it perfect because it's junk anyway, like it doesn't matter that much. And like these were like €1 each, so it doesn't matter that much too. So it's not that serious. That's my point. Okay, that's it for now. I think this vlog is gonna end here. Yeah. And see you next time.